Daily Horoscope, the 12th of December 2016. Daily Horoscope for Aries. Ruling planets: Mars, Pluto. If you are in a new relationship, you will start to realize that you are probably wasting too much time on it. Get out early if there is no mutual benefit. You may spend a lot of money only to find yourself feeling guilty afterwards. Ration your outgoings and be more conscious of the price tag on things you want to own. Your expansive thinking may be ridiculed by someone at this time, but you mustn't let this deter you from thinking the best of yourself and what's possible in your life. Have the courage of your convictions seems to be the message of the stars today. On the other hand, there is no harm in listening to what other people have to say, even if at first it seems like caustic criticism. There may be something constructive in what's said which will ultimately help you make and save money. Daily Horoscope for Taurus. Ruling planets: Venus. Be sure that you are relating to your partner as a real person and not to an imaginary ideal that you have dreamed up. This is especially true if you are involved in a new relationship. If you are married or have a significant other, you may sacrifice on behalf of peace and harmony, only to discover later on that you have avoided dealing with some practical issue in the relationship. You're feeling warm and fuzzy today, and therefore some quiet time with the one you love is probably not a bad idea. As long as you can get your work matters out of the way, your mind will be peaceful and you'll thoroughly enjoy any social activity you schedule. You may be averse to socializing with too many people, however, so don't feel guilty about refusing an offer to party. Simply enjoy a quiet night at home with someone you feel comfortable with. Horoscope for Gemini. Ruling planets: Mercury. Lots of subconscious residue can come to the surface now and may also be a part of the stress you feel. You haven't got a clue as to why some people around you are a bother today. This is all stemming from this subconsciously unresolved stuff. Consider even small bursts of meditation as a release. Having technical understanding or knowledge of some specific subject doesn't necessarily mean you can implement that in your everyday affairs. There is a grand canyon of distance between the theoretical and the practical. Having learned what you've learned is wonderful, but now the real test is one of how well can you join the dots and bring that knowledge into your moment-by-moment living. That can be an immense challenge, but one that you're most certainly up for and which will, if you can manage it, enrich your life so much more. Daily Horoscope for Cancer. Ruling planets: Moon. Success without integrity produces negative karma in the future and will follow you like a shadow, ultimately bringing you down. You have the opportunity now to strengthen your will, work within the constraints of society and the law, and do something really fantastic even if it seems as if the odds are against you. Control your temper and don't allow obsession to dictate how you deal with others during this particular transit. You may revisit your past, or someone from your past may make contact with you during these planetary transits. Your memories and even the inner sense of past karma connections may draw you into deep thought and meditative states to understand yourself better. This should be fun, but it may at first be a little uncomfortable to delve into unknown areas of your subconscious. You're changing your patterns of thinking regarding money, and the value of material things will radically shift. Be open to what's coming. Daily Horoscope for Leo. Ruling planets: Sun. The chemistry hits you when you least expect it, making you question your morals and standards associated with a relationship. If single, you're being warned not to mix business with pleasure. If currently in commitment land, you really need to ask yourself what you truly want. After all, having escaped into your work for the past few weeks, some things ask ... Your work isn't going anywhere and you don't need to kill yourself finishing a job which probably doesn't even have any fixed deadline anyhow. The trick now is to learn to relax and enjoy your life and put some of these problems you've been laboring over on a thin roof, at least for a while. In fact, a deeper state of relaxation will help solve these problems in a more effective manner than you have been, which is pretty much like a dog at a bone. Just stop for a while and enjoy the moment. Daily horoscope for Virgo. Ruling planets, Mercury. Communications can bog down, so it's even more important to be absolutely clear on what your intention is and what you expect of others. Foggy discussions are the cause of long-term problems for you now, so don't underestimate the importance of perhaps repeating yourself or asking others whether they understand exactly what you're saying, etc. Clarity equals success now. Money and its use or abuse are at the forefront of your mind today. Have you gone a little bit overboard just now and spent more than you've actually earned? It's quite likely, and now you're paying the price. Listening to bad advice and trying to keep up with the Joneses is not the thing to do under this planetary cycle. Daily horoscope for Libra. Ruling planets, Venus. Health matters dominate your mind, but these are likely minor things which you could be exaggerating within yourself. There's no point delaying the test or medical opinion on this, as worrying about it may simply make it worse. Part of these concerns or health issues may also be linked to excessive expenditure or a lifestyle that is not in keeping with your physical well-being. You need to examine this. You are making radical adjustments right now but may not be finding it easy due to some repressed feelings or some grudges that you haven't been able to resolve. It's important to get together with the person whom you feel is causing you grief. Don't let past the grievances damage your soul. Daily horoscope for Scorpio. Ruling planets, Pluto, Mars. If you are thinking of dieting and exercising, you can't simply become a clone of everyone else and their faddish suggestions. Listen to your own body signals. Praising someone for a job well done will bring satisfaction to you as well as to them. You need to show that they are valued and that it's okay for them to admit their mistakes as well. Occasionally we complicate things and try to look for the more exotic reasons for why things are the way they are rather than looking at the plain and simple signals that are being given to us every moment. It's important not to focus on the difficulties you're experiencing now but rather the positive elements in the circumstance. Your mind will generate energies consonant with the positive or negative expression of those thinking patterns. Try to have a vision of what you want and work towards that goal even harder now. Daily horoscope for Sagittarius. Ruling planets, Jupiter, Neptune. If you know you're likely to clash with a friend over some opinion or some difference ideologically, what's the point of jumping into the viper's pit? If this person has allies, you're simply going to be surrounded with those who are not at all sympathetic to your cause or your views. You need to respectfully decline any invitation which you see is going to set you up against others. Sometimes a third player is exactly as the old saying goes, two's company and three is a crowd. The way you go about maintaining a one-on-one scenario today is going to take a little bit of clever maneuvering on your part. But that you don't like another person but you feel that your space now is sacrosanct and you have a preference for focusing on one person and one person alone. Daily horoscope for Capricorn. Ruling planets, Saturn, Uranus. If you are looking to attract unusual people, this could be the day when that happens. Someone of unusually high intelligence will inspire you. You are restless at the moment and attracted to many different things. However, your versatility may be your undoing. Focus just on one thing. Your personal efforts are one thing, but you must learn how to let money work for you rather than you working for it by investing wisely. This is working smart and is also the most important piece of the financial puzzle just now. You could be exasperated today by someone who is telling tall stories about themselves that you know are not true. But let them have their moments of fame. Daily horoscope for Aquarius. Ruling planets, Uranus, Saturn. Visual beauty is now important in defining who you are, at least in the eyes of others. This definition is an opinion that people have of you and may likely not even be the truth of who you really are. So looking the way others want you to, as long as it accords with what is going to help you achieve what you want right now, may not feel completely comfortable but can certainly move you forward on your path. You may just have to act like others for the time being. You may be interested in improving the dietary habits, nutrition, and general well-being of those in your care at present. This could also be a time where you start to improve your own dietary and lifestyle habits. You must learn, however, to share the decision-making and authoritative role in your home and find other creative outlets to release your powerful energy and drive during this coming cycle. Daily horoscope for Pisces. Ruling planets, Neptune, Jupiter. Intuition brings opportunity. Psychic hunches can bear fruit now. Mystical, magical and meditative experiences are favored now. Artistic and musical affairs go well. Think of your mind as a radio. What station or frequency do you want to attune yourself to? You've probably been carrying a burden for someone else for so long that you've forgotten why you're the one that has taken responsibility for this other individual. Now you're waking from the dream and realize that you're not doing anyone any favors by shouldering their obligations at your expense. At this time you also confront your deepest feelings, insecurities and destructive tendencies. A new view or a shift in your perspective will allow you to see beneath the surface of things, such as your own or other people's hidden motives or emotional wounds. This is the time to abandon obsessions, jealousies and other emotionally damaging behavior.